Hey friends, what's up? Ash here. Welcome back to Extra Gents Scents. So I own a lot of stuff, obviously. And because of that, all the purchases that I've made over the years, I have an absurd amount of fragrance samples. Now I can tell you, once upon a time, years and years and years ago, I would get super pumped anytime I would get samples with my order. I'd be like, oh man, sweet. I get to try some stuff out for free here. Nice. But then, when you get more and more and more and more of them in, eventually you just kind of take them out and toss them into a big box. And so what I've done today is I've gathered up some of those samples that I have, and we're just gonna run through these here today. These are fragrances that I don't own. I don't think I've smelled any of these. So I'm gonna be trying them out for the first time here on camera, and maybe, just maybe, we'll find a hidden gem or two. So let's jump into it and check these out. So I don't even know exactly how many I have here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have like 13 of them right here. I don't know that we're gonna get through all these here today, but we'll make an effort. Most of these are niche, and I think a couple designers. We're gonna be spraying on tester strips, not skin. So not always the best way to go about it, but I don't have room for 13 different fragrances on my body here. I mean, technically, I guess I do, but I'm not stripping down for you. And if you guys should shop for fragrances and maybe want some samples, then shop from luckyscent.com and use the code 10GENTS. It'll save you 10% off your order. They have it where you can choose, depending on how much you spend, a number of different free samples with each order. Then if you shop Twisted Lily or maxaroma.com, use the code GENTS10 at either of those websites for 10% off. Score yourself some niche fragrances there. We're gonna start off with Adolfo Dominguez Aqua Fresco. This is an eau de toilette, and it's not in English, so I don't know what the write-up says. Ah, I dig that. That's nice. Ultra green, a little bit grassy, very fresh. Like a more modern, lighter, fresher take on green iris tweed type of thing. I dig that. That's cool. That's nice. Tell you what though, it's switching up. Not as green iris tweedy now. That was there for a split second. Now it's going a little bit more like classic men's cologne, still with that green tinge, that aromatic feel. Lavender, juniper, woods, a little citrus. This is nice. I dig it. Okay, off to a good start. Next up, let's grab this 2787 Perfumes Wonderlust. Just go see the world from a different perspective, create infinite memories, and get to know the unknown. So this one says it has top of mint, shiso leaves, and marine accord, mid of anise, white floral, and fennel, and base of sand and musk. Okay, not exactly what I was expecting. It's like a beach fragrance with the twist. You got a little bit of that kind of sunscreen accord, sunscreen vibe, but it's not overdone. It's slightly odd and then appealing at the same time. The marine accord is apparent, so is the mint, but it's not as sea salty as I was thinking it was gonna be. It's got like a little creamy edge to it as well. It's okay. I'm not in love with it. I think it's a little more feminine leaning. I think my wife would wear that a little easier than I would. Let's do another one from 2787. This one's called Hashtag. Blog, tweet, regram. Life today is the story we tell. Hashtag is the story we smell. This one has a top of aldehydes and violet leaves, a mid of iris and frankincense, and a base of cedarwood and musk. See if I like this one more or Wonderlust more. Also, not what I was expecting. This actually is reminding me of like a sort of a papery type fragrance. Again, this is just the initial opening and off a tester strip, but yeah, it's like an aldehydic, papery, woody fragrance. Also okay. Now we got some Floraikus. I got 3 of them here. We're gonna do first up, the Sleeping on the Roof. Sleeping on the Roof. This one has Lily of the Valley, Orange Blossom, and Amber Musk, it says. Nice little photo in there. Nice. Let's give it a spray. Let's see how it is. Really nice atomizer on the little sample spray. I like it. It's kind of like green and shampoo-y. It's a weird thing because I get the Lily of the Valley. I get this little green edge to the florals. I get some warmth, that muskiness, very clean underneath it all. And then yet it all is combining. And in my mind, I'm like, shampoo. Yeah, I just keep thinking that, shampoo. So this is one that I like the smell of. And then at the same time, I keep thinking, Would I pay that much money to be reminded over and over of shampoo? No, I wouldn't. Up next, Cricket Song. That looks cool too. Bergamot, Magnolia, and Vetiver. This one has a really pleasant sweetness to it. It's very intriguing because it's like fresh, but then a little bit syruped, so a little dark, but then sweet in a very inviting way. A little candied, kind of, but not overly so. So even though it has a bit of a candied sweetness, it doesn't get overborne to the point that you're like, oh, it smells like a fragrance for children or something. I could also see this one being a hard sell for some people, but personally, I like Cricket Song more than Sleeping on the Roof. The 2787 fragrances are not bad. Like, I'm going back and smelling those, but I think I like Cricket Song more than everything else except for Aqua Fresco so far. Last Floricu, AO. Mandarin oil, fig accord, and myrrh oil. So this one, I'm gonna guess that I will like more than everything other than maybe the first one, just based off of that note breakdown. All right, let's give it a whiff. Nice. For me personally, that's gonna be the most wearable of all the Floricus that I've smelled here. Again, it's got a little sweetness to it. And this one has like a leafiness to it. So there's like this leafy feel underneath that mandarin in the opening. A little bit of fig coming through, starting to perk up a little bit, but not really strong. And the myrrh is fairly subdued initially here as well. It's still trying to be very presentable. It's like not trying to take any of these three notes that it's presented and take any of them that far. You know, it's not trying to really push boundaries here. It's trying to give you something very approachable. And it's really good, actually. This is a really, really nice fragrance. So that one, favorite so far. That one's my favorite, then Agua Fresca, and then maybe Cricket Song, actually. Let's keep it moving. Oh, we got another 2787, Elixir de Bombay. Is that Elixir de Bombay? I don't know. Boom, there it is. The very moment when you just go for what you want without hesitating. Top of tangerine, red pepper, and ginger. Mid of ylang-ylang, rock rose, and raspberry. Base of caramel, leather, and amber. That's could be good. Let's give it a spray. Nice dark coloration to it, and it leaked a little bit on my hand. Blech. Hey, I like that. That smells good. There would be like one potential drawback, and that is that initially very first whiff, with it on my fingers here, is that it reminds me of like a Halloween or holiday, like late October, November, fall seasonal scented candle. Like the kind of candle that you would smell around this time of year if you go into like, Bed Bath & Beyond or Bath & Body Works or even TJ Maxx, something like that, where they have just candles upon candles upon candles, rows and rows of this stuff. Now, as it comes into its own, dries down a little, that idea, drawing it to that smell, that starts to fade as the fragrance opens up. This is really good though. I like this. Fantastic for fall time. Like this would be a great holiday fragrance, even if, it reminded me of candles a little bit. As it dries, as I said, that goes away, and it still does fit into this time of year perfectly. Very sweet, almost sticky, slight gourmand feel to it. Citrus and fresh spice off the top grabs your attention right away. This is really good. Easily, my three favorites now are that one, AO, and Agua Fresca. All three of those I would buy without hesitation. Carven C'est Paris Pour Homme, a fragrance composed around a distinguished violet leaf and hazelnut accord whose facets are strengthened by the finest ingredients. A little photo. Let's spray it. Let's see how it is. Very easy to wear. Great office fragrance that smells like good casual scent. A little bit of a blue kind of versatility to it. That hazelnut is going to tie it in a little bit with a number of other fragrances out there. It gives it a nice warmth, little gourmand edge. This is that type of designer fragrance that if you could find it for $30 or something like that, it would make a really passable day-to-day fragrance. There's faint whisper of even green Irish tweed in here, like green Irish tweed with that hazelnut edge. It's not bad, but it's not the type of fragrance that you want to pay full retail for. So it would be, again, $30, something like that. Good versatility, nice appeal to it. Not gonna crack the top 3 here. Let's switch it up. Beaufort London here, Terror and Magnificence. Truthfully, I think this is the one I'm most excited to smell. And look at that. I don't know if you can really see it, but that's gothic, man. That's dark. That place looks spooky. I'm expecting power. I'm expecting darkness. Ooh. Oh man. I think it just singed my nose hairs and burnt the inside of my throat at the same time. Just such an overload of birch tar. Like this dark, smoky woodiness. Just right from the get-go. Absolutely taking no prisoners. Punishing you. Smoky, thick, heavy, resinous, woody, but then edged with a little sweetness, a touch of spice. And as it dries, man, it maintains that almost abrasive smokiness. Like it's almost to the point that it's like drinking rubbing alcohol or like Everclear. Like you get this feeling as the fragrance travels up your nose and down your throat nearly is how it feels. And it singes it along the way ever so slightly. And I know that sounds bad, but in a way it kind of helps make this fragrance what it is. It really lets you know like, hey, we're not playing here, okay? This is for a very specific person, the type of person that would wear this. But as I was saying, as it dries down, it's taking on this really pleasant undertone of ambery sweetness and warmth, because it's kind of cold initially. The fragrance is very harsh. You know, it's that smokiness, that overload of birch tar. Like I said, the fragrance itself is cold. It's uncaring. And as it dries, you're getting this amber, this labdanum that's coming in, and it's giving it another facet. It's kind of opening it up. And now it's becoming more of a full fragrance. Initially, like this is the type of fragrance people would very easily just write off. They would smell and go, ooh, disgusting. Oh. But as this dries and more things come out, it really is changing and becoming something completely different. Much more wearable now as it dries. Initially, it doesn't come across like a wearable fragrance at all, more novelty. As I've said about a number of other niche and indie scents, this is really good. That's right up there toward the top. Okay, last one, Hibiscus Mahajad from Maison Crivelli. So I know this one got a bit of hype. I think a lot of people really liked this one. Look at the color on that. That is neon. All right, let's spray this bad boy on. Let's see how it is. Oh, okay. This is like quite sweet. Bit powdery, like very feminine, powdery, sweet, fruity opening. I'm not a massive fan. Very floral. It makes me think of the color pink. Yeah, I mean, I would never ever wear this personally. I think my wife might be able to pull this off though. That initial hyper youthful feeling has toned down a little bit, so it makes it much more appealing. Not for me. You know, I'm not going to wear that one, but if you're looking for a fragrance that's good quality, very floral, very sweet, reminiscent of Parfums de Marly de Lina, check it out. I'll have my wife wear it, see if she likes it. So my favorites here, clear cut. Agua Fresca, the first one, and Elixir de Bombay, I'm guessing that's how you say it, from 2787. AO from Floricu, and then Terror and Magnificence from Beaufort London. Those are my 4 favorites. Those 4 I'm going to put on the list to actually pick up. The other ones, I'm not. Cricket Song if I see it for a good price. The other ones though, I'm going to pass. All right, that's going to do it for me. So we got through 10. I've got untold hundreds more. So we'll do this again at some point in the future. I'll link in the description to Twisted Lily, to Lucky Scent, to Max Aroma. You can probably find these there. Some of them, like Carven C'est Paris, maybe that one would be more difficult to find, but the other ones you should be able to. And remember those codes, 10 Gents, Gents 10. All right, I'm out of here. Thank you for hanging with me. Stay safe out there. See you again another day with another video. See you guys later.